cooking. Of course, we'd like to introduce our speakers. Sarina, moving forward. Ayan, of course, our executive chef here in Unilever Food Solutions. Ayan, hello to you. So, he is the campus director before of International School for Culinary Arts and Hotel Management, or ISCAM, if you're familiar. Ito po sa Pampanga from 2013 to 2019. And also, okay, was a 2019 Chef of the Year at the Philippine Culinary Cup. So ito yung isa sa mga magagandang culinary competitions natin dito sa Philippines, no? Yan po si Chef Ken Catat. And by the way, guys, please follow them or him, no? And pa-search na lang sa Facebook. Pwede nyo siyang i-message or friend, Kenneth Cacho 16, and at Instagram, Ken Cacho 31. Yan. Kuya, yan, no? Shout out to you and hello to Chef Ken. Okay, our next speaker.
Hello, guys.
Hello, yun, Chef Ken, no? Our next speaker. Yeah, no? So you know, yung mga chefs natin dito, they're very happy, excited, and jolly. Diba? That's why one of our senior sous chefs here in Unilever Food Solutions, he was 2013 and 2014 overall champion in the Philippine Culinary Cup as Global Academy Culinary and Pastry Team member. Ayan, nakita nyo naman, award-winning ang mga chefs natin dito. He was a former executive chef at St. Luke's Medical Center in BGC, or Bonifacio Global City. He was certified in the World Association Competition Committee as culinary competition judge or professional chef category. So, certified judge. No? So, once again, to all of you guys, please welcome our very own chef, Brando Santos. Virtual clap, of course. And again, no, paki-follow lang and you can message him sa Facebook and Instagram. You can search him sa Facebook at jb.santos.3950. Instagram, Chef J. Brando Santos. Yan, nandiyan po lahat. Paki-follow lang. No? Ako rin, kami rin, Chef Pipo. Okay. For our next speaker, yan, di ba? Ayan.
Patay, Snoop Dogg.
Nakakatuwa. Ito ba yung paru-paro G? Ano ba yan? One of our senior sous chefs here in Unilever Food Solutions. Okay. 2018 to 2020 Chef of the Year in Unilever Food Solutions. He has a strong culinary training skills from being a sous chef in Sofitel Plaza, Spiral Buffet, as well as yan, experience as DLSU culinary instructor. 2014, he was a gold medalist and 2015 bronze medalist at the Philippine Culinary Cup. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, si Chef Pipo Aluning. And please follow him, ha? Okay? And paki-message sa Facebook niya, okay? Pipo.aluning. And of course, sa Instagram, guys, Felipe the Millennial. Ayan, Instagram, follow him, guys. Okay, our next speaker and host, MC, by the way. Okay, Sarina. Ayan, moving forward, Sarina. Ayan, medyo may lag ng konti. Wow! Ako pala yun, ha? Parang kanina lang yun. Okay, one of the senior sous chefs here in Unilever Food Solutions. Okay, 2015 to 2017 Chef of the Year in Unilever Food Solutions. The diverse experience in hotels and restaurants, such as C2 Bar and Restaurant, Linden Swiss Hotel, and the Majestic Hotel in Singapore. He was a 2016 silver and bronze medalist in the Philippine Culinary Cup. Okay, so yours truly, guys, Chef Paulo C. Ako po yun. Virtual Cup. And you can message me. Follow me there. My Facebook is Paulo Shoots, paulo.shoots. And at my Instagram, everything in between food. Ayan. Ako yun. So I post anything and everything about food. And workout, exercise. Okay, moving forward. Ayan. Yung pinaka-guest speaker natin. Yan. So ito po yung pinaka-hinihintay natin. He's the executive chef and partner at Locavor. Kung hindi pa kayo nakakain sa Locavor, kumain po kayo ngayon dahil magle-level 1 na tayo. Diba? And one of the founder, Takaw Studios. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Chef Mikael Zaguirre. Okay? Yan. Okay, virtual clap to him. And again, please follow him sa kanyang Instagram, Kel Zaguirre. At Kel Zaguirre. Ayan po yun. Paki-follow lang po. Lahat po kami paki-follow. Lahat po kami sumasagot naman. Wala namang problema kahit sinong gusto nyo tanongin. At the end of the day, lahat kami magkakasama. Ika nga nila, yung mga chef na yan, barkada naman yun sa isang industriya. Diba? Alright. So, I think pwede na tayo magsimula, no? So, kamusta natin yung mga chefs? Chef Mikel, Chef Brando, yun, no? Chef Mikel, kamusta ka dyan? How are you today?
Thank you so much for the inviting me over. Kamusta? Sana everyone is healthy and well, excited for this webinar.
Yan, thank you so much. Maraming salamat at nakapag ng oras, no? Nakapagbigay ka na sa amin ng oras dahil we are honored. Alam namin busy kayo, minsan may recipe development. You know, yun ang challenge pagka nagmamanage ka ng iba't ibang restaurant or branches, di ba? Yun ang di ba? So, thank you once again. And Chef Ken, nandito rin, ano? From Chef Brando and Chef Pipo. Maybe Chef Ken, may gusto kayong i-share to our audience, ba? To our
maraming salamat. You know, I'm so excited. This is our first ever the vegetarian butcher webinar, you know. So there's going to be a lot of information, and through the succeeding months, tuloy-tuloy yan. Chef Kel, maraming salamat for joining us today. We're honored that you said yes. Hirap ko, busy nga, sabi nga ni Pao. So, exciting, you know. Ikaw yung first namin. First guest namin. Super exciting.
It's a pleasure, chefs, especially pagkasama ko yung mga idol sa industriya. Hindi tayo pwedeng umindi.
Sa idol ka namin.
Soon, bisitahin ka namin.
Diba?
Bisitahin ka namin soon.
Ika nga natin, sa isang industriya, barkada naman kaila, nakikita-kita yung diba, sharing ideas. Kung papansin nyo si Chef Brand ngayon, mag-demo yan, ganyan, later on, tapos si Chef Pipo naman. Share, Chef Brando, Chef Pipo.
Chef Pipo sa sayo, mamaya.
Effect Super Bowl yan, kapanahon na natin yan, di ba, Chef? Snoop Dogg, Dr. Day. Pero anyway, thank you to all who join us and yung mga sasalta and nag-join us. And again, we're very lucky to have Chef Kel here on this webinar. Thank you again, Chef Kel, for super luck. And hopefully this will be a, sabi nga ni Chef Ken, very informative, but in a way, hindi siya boring, masaya, and then, and marami tayong matututunan regarding plant-based diets. So, Chef B, back to you.
Yes, magandang hapon po, buong Pilipinas. And international audience. Thank you for spending your time with us. And hopefully, after this, may mas narin tayo enlightenment of plant-based. And syempre, we want to highlight our newest product, our vegetarian butcher. So I have all our products here. Then they all do a demo for appreciation, and hopefully you can try it. All right. So, thank you.
Nice. So, okay. Yeah, para to manage expectations lang ng ating audience, ng ating spectators, attendees. So, ang mangyayari kasi dito, we'll do a round-robin question. So, syempre magtatanong ako as your host, di ba? Tatanungin natin yung mga chefs. So, from Chef Mikel, Chef Ken, Chef Brando, and Chef Pipo. Tapos later on, after nung ating discussion, our audience can ask question as well, no? Pwede po kayo mag-chat. Ito yung maganda sa mga ganitong webinar. Diba? Tama si Chef Ken, libre. Tapos you can post or chat in the chat box. Sasagutin nila on the spot. Diba? So, chefs, ready na po tayo for our discussion?
Game.
Game.
Kaya Kel, Chef Kel, nakuha mo na ba yung Nakuha mo na yung package mo? Na-try mo na? May pinadal sa'yo
Chef Kel,
nakamute.
Thank you so much. I got it. But
I
had to go to another location today. Nandun sa restaurant.
Okay. Subukan mo later.
Later, I will. I'm excited.
Sige.
Ayan. Pero I'm sure na-try na niya yung before natin, di ba? Ibang products.
Yes.
Dala tayo.
Able to play with it.
Super play with it. Kaya nga, now, with that, I think we are opening a restaurant concept based on this, what we're gonna talk about. So,
Okay.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay.
Wow, exciting.
Kasi, nowadays, left and right, especially yung mga ibang nag-check ngayon sa Instagram, lahat halos nasa Instagram na. If you check out Europe, the US, in the other Western countries, plant-based ang atake na ngayon sa mga dishes. Especially here in the Philippines, emerging. Kung mapapansin nyo sa Manila at iba-ibang lugar natin dito sa Manila, may mga plant-based na offerings na sila. So with that, siguro tanong natin sa mga speakers natin. How does plant-based affect the planet or the sustainability? Diba? So siguro itong first question natin, tanong natin kay Chef Kel. Diba? Chef Kel, how does plant-based affect so the planet or sustainability in general? Yeah.
well, with your question, I would like to emphasize the word sustainability. We all know, we've read up or researched on articles that say merong scarcity in terms of our food supply, animal supply, beef, pork, and this is a good way to help preserve yung mga natural resources natin. And best yet, with the technology now, gumaganda yung quality ng mga plant-based ingredients natin.
Right.
Yeah.
Tama. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yes, with that, I think si Chef Ken, baka you can also share your thoughts about that question, di ba?
Sige, ako to add lang to Chef Kel's answer. I think it's all about also, global warming. I think people have to understand what's happening to our world, global warming, no. So, yung meat production per se, 60% of that is already, greenhouse gases are being emitted just because of industrial meat production, and that causes, a lot of problems in the world. So that accounts to about a third of all plant heating, yung mga gas emitting, bad things that affect the ozone layer, and yung human activity kasi may pros and cons at the same time. Ang daming problems, diba? Nandiyan yung pollution all the way to population. So going back to sustainability naman, it's really a responsibility. It's basically, for us to meet our own needs without compromising the ability of the future generation to meet their own needs as well. Diba? Kailangan alagaan natin as far as ngayon lang. At, otherwise, wala na silang maabutan. And that's a very big responsibility. In this fast-paced world that we live in, diba? We cannot cope with the food demand. Every second, lumalaki yung population natin. And automatic, it also depletes our food security. Diba? Kasama yan, resources, kasama yan because of the rapid growth. So food security it's a worldwide problem. Not only the Philippines, worldwide yan. Especially in ang apektado talaga dyan yung mga first world countries kasi ang third world countries sige lang ng sige, wala silang walang nangyayari, di ba? But ang first world countries, they're actually the ones who starting to basically roll the ball para everyone can follow, and so yung plant-based ingredients and the whole food movement basically can certainly help sustain the survival of our race, of the human race for the generations to come. So in the end, we have to act now. Otherwise, nothing will happen. The pros and cons are always there. Parati naman present yung pros and cons, with anything that we feel that would make our lives and environment better. By pros and cons parati yan. So does this mean itong plant-based diet ba na ginagawa natin ito for sustainability will also be parang helpful to the environment? Of course, may questions din dyan regarding that. But in the end, one thing's for sure, if we do it right now, our future is saved already, and that's why it's very important that we have to sustain the operation. Okay, so for me, that's how I see, what's happening to the world now. That's why we're transitioning to this type of yung diet, makatulong man lang.
Oh,
so,
tama. Right. So, with that, yung plant-based cooking, plant-based sustainability, siguro I'll ask another question to Chef Pipo and Chef Brando. So, with that plant-based cooking, sige, ito yung challenging. Madali ba o mahirap ang plant-based cooking, Chef Chef Pipo?
Actually, if you try to analyze it, even before, no, and say plant-based, no, anything that cook with vegetables naman is yun naman yun. Ginagawa naman natin yun. It's just that kailangan lang natin siyang intensify pa because, di ba, nabanggit nga ni Chef Kel and Chef Ken, sustainability, you know, ang pag-propagate ng mga animals, it's so long, it takes long, and then at the same time, ang daming energy, ang daming resources ang nasasayang, no, nauubos, no? Especially the carbon footprint, no? Pero ang plants, year round. Eventually, you know, you always, mamaya explain ni Chef Brando regarding health, no? Ako, me myself, no? Ang taas ng sugar ko, ang taas ng cholesterol ko, and thinking about this, no, syempre, you want to see your kids, no, although I only have one, guys, no? You want to see your son grow up, graduate, and alam mo, ikasalit magkaapo, and with this, no, minsan you have to think, no, yung diet mo, no, dapat, you know, you have to change for the better, no? So madali lang. It's just like any other dishes in food. It's just a matter of making it delicious at the same time. Appetizing pa rin. Yun naman yung key doon. It's about flavor. Yeah. No? And at the same time, no, sabi nga nila, ano, it's good for your health, no? So longevity, di ba? To save the human race and good for the environment. Chef Brando.
Nice, nice. Yeah, Chef Brando. Sige, your thoughts.
Right. My thoughts, okay, basing on experience, when I used to be executive chef for St. Luke's, which is right across there, syempre, you know, it's a center for wellness and health. Even the medical director encouraged me na sabi niya, Chef, wellness center tayo. So I encourage you to lose weight and be more fit. So nung time na yun, kung nakita niyo ako 10 years ago, fit ako. But, you know, being surrounded with food and a lot of really delicious cooking, I just struggle, but challenge. But we're working our way. Something I've learned really is when you cook plants or any vegetables, keep the integrity. Huwag yung turugin. Huwag yung overcook. Huwag yung blanch to death. To the point na wala na siyang nutritional value. You respect the ingredients, you respect the plants by making sure that you cook it well and that it is highlighted. Kasi tayo, ang plants normally, just the supporting layer, di ba, sa plate. Side veg nga minsan eh. But would you really order vegetables as ulam unless it's chop suey or pinakbet? But that's one thing that I've learned and I want to share with you that if ever you're going to do vegetable cooking, do it well, respect the ingredients, and you will realize the nutritional value it will give. And boost the amount of vegetables that you eat. Okay, so for example, if you're eating 300 grams of steak, probably you want to lessen that to 150 grams and add more salad greens and more vegetables, more fiber, more roughage in your meal. So that's one way you can do it. So that's my point of view.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right.
Paolo?
Oh, so with that question, going back to Chef Kel, kay Chef Kel naman, plant-based cooking. Punta natin yung setup mo, your setup in your restaurants from your experience. Nagkaroon ba kayo ng customers na vegetarian or vegan or gusto namin plant-based? And nagkaroon ba kayo ng parang ganung request or challenge na paano ba tayo magpa-plant-based? May ganung experience na ba kayo before?
Yes, for sure. We've been having a steady request for vegetarian or vegan menus. Actually now, kahit sa mga bars, dito mo malalaman na there's a growing market of vegan, vegetarian, flexitarian demands. Kahit sa bar namin in Kampay, recently,
this is for
pinag-iisipan namin maglagay.
Kampay. Yung brand.
Kampay.
Brand niya na Kampay.
Okay.
Yes. May mga guests na nag-request talaga for vegan and vegetarian stuff. So dun mo nalaman there's a growing market with it and you really have to cater to it. Kasi hindi lang siya 1%, hindi lang siya 2% of your sales. it's a big part. I would say roughly around 30% of the market now is looking for healthy or vegan and vegetarian options.
So yeah, nakita natin landscape na nag-evolve talaga left and right sa inyong trend. So sorry, by the way, Kampay is, saan ba natin, kung for example, I'm a new guy here, no? Saan ba yung Kampay, Chef Kel? Saan ba namin pwedeng puntahan yan?
Sa Poblacion, Chef.
Sa Pobs yan.
It's a Japanese bar that uses Filipino ingredients, and we try to localize the ingredients and have fun.
Yes, so yeah. Okay guys, Kampay.
Kain natin yan.
Kailangan din magpunta dyan kay Chef Kel, Kampay.
Tambay tayo. Di ba? Long weekend.
Okay. Level 1 na, di ba? Level 1
Oo nga. Pwede na.
Oy, sakto.
Di ba? So, with that, very well said, no, chefs. No? May isa pa tayong question. Ayan, ito, very interesting na to, no? Kasi share na natin sustainability, the application, madali lang naman palang lutuin siya. Yung market natin, may umu-order naman pala talaga yung plant-based. Now, with that, what are the different diets or following a plant-based diet? Kasi may ibang naririnig tayo, no? Yung mga iba nating customers, minsan tinatanong, ano ba yung mga vegetarian, may flexitarian, vegan? Ano ba yung mga different diets, no, na plant-based? Maybe we can ask si Chef Kel. Chef Kel, baka you can share your thoughts with that question, no? Ano ba itong mga to?
Well, as a rule of thumb, when you say vegan diet, with a vegan diet, yan yung for me, yan yung pinaka-strict. No, you don't consume chicken, poultry, meat, seafood, and any of its byproducts.
Yes.
And then there's a vegetarian diet naman, but ang difference nila, you can consume dairy or eggs. And then merong bagong diet ngayon called a flexitarian diet, which is more I would say more forgiving.
Yeah.
You eat a wholly major plant-based or vegetable diet, pero you eat meat once in a while.
Parang gusto ko yan. Parang bagay yan, Chef.
Parang pwede tayo dyan.
Pwede tayo dyan.
Once in a while, di ba? Once in a while. Oh, wait, dito siguro may follow-up question tayo for Chef Brando. So, Chef Brando, lately, ano bang may nakikita ba tayo lately na, na diets na napapractice left and right with our customers, with the trends now? May nakikita ka ba or someone posting on Instagram, di ba?
Okay, so going back to the diet, normally, sabi nga Chef Kel, about vegetarian, being vegan, and all of this, it all depends really on your personal choice. Diba? Your personal choice. Sabi nga ni Chef Pipo, gusto niya makita si Jinjo lumaki pagka-apo siya. Personal. Religious take also. Sinabi din ni Chef Ken, about the environment. And for those animal lovers, nagiging vegan sila kasi naaawa sila dun sa mga animals na nire-raise. So lately, di ba, there was a time na naging popular ang keto. Okay? But I've consulted with my nutritionist recently, and all the nutritionists, they're very purist. They always go back to the proper, small frequent feeding. Okay? Meaning you eat 6 times a day, you keep your calories within range. Itong laking punto, ang sabi niya sa akin, 180 calories lang ako. Wow, sabi ko, no? How do I budget that? But again, it's really more of sticking to a diet. Sabi nga nila, diet is die with a T. So, parang, it's really more of your decision. Ano bang sundan mo? We know of people who do vegetarian because they feel better. Flexitarian, this was popularized by Oprah Winfrey a couple of years back. Now, doon sa company niya, sa Harpo, they have meatless Mondays. Meaning, doon sa cafeteria, they only serve vegetables for Mondays. Walang meat. And it started there. And it became popular. And a lot of companies do it now. And then it has evolved na naging flexitarian siya. if you want to be, want to ease into a certain diet, me, I would like to consider myself flexitarian. So from time to time, I indulge myself in a really good steak. But on a Sunday, probably, I would just eat vegetables, eat a salad, something like. Because again, sabi nga, you want to live longer. It's a short life. You want to make the most out of it. At the same time, we do our share in the sustainability movement. Even the smallest thing that you can contribute will go a long way. Sabihin mo, I'm just a small player. I'm just a chef. But who knows? You can start the ball rolling. You can the ripple effect. Here in Unilever Philippines, we're doing our share. We're doing our share by introducing our newest product, vegetarian bulak. Very sustainable, and at the same time, we've come up with really good recipes that will inspire you. So go check out our website. Freshly minted, naka-published lang. Bagong-bago, mainit pa. Inspiring recipes on our website, ufs.com.
Yes.
And hopefully you get inspiration. Thank you.
Yeah. Pao, siguro to share lang.
Sige, Chef Ken, go.
Share lang. Okay, just for everyone's okay. There's basically 3 diets, di ba, na talagang nakikita natin towards the plant-based cuisine, no? And yun nga, vegetarian, vegan, flexitarian, there's also pescatarian, di ba? Yung pescatarian naman, fish. So, somehow, hindi kumakain ng karne, but they eat fish and vegetables. So, I think it's also really more, like sabi nga ni Petra, para yung mga diet yan, depende yan. May mga dietary constraints, kunwari yung isang tao, and they basically create their own diet nga, di ba? So, yun nga, sa vegan, pure gulay lang talaga kinakain, na sobrang, even yung minute, wala, bawal talaga. Yung flavoring, walang karne yan. So vegan, that's vegan, no? So vegetarian, tatlo yan. May yung ovo vegetarian, no? So pwede lang siyang eggs and vegetables, wala mga animal, ovo, ano ba isa? Lacto. So dairy products, pwede. Pwedeng dairy products, pero walang eggs, no? Pero yung mga milk, okay.
Pwede sila. Cheese.
Okay, and then yung cheese, pescatarian, di ba? So yan. So yun yung mga lacto-ovo naman. So pwedeng mix,
dalawa.
Pwedeng dalawa. So very important that you have to understand that. And that ngayon yung flexitarian, I think it was really it's not that I think it's really meant to transition the diet to a full vegetarian eventually. Diba? That's what's happening now. So basically using a plant-based product in the form of meat, okay, is para to slowly, allow the diners to transition from a hard meat diet to eventually, flexing their diet towards whole plant food, or parang mga churang meat pero vegetable based yan, o plant based. No? So in the end, it's really us being in the preparation and transition stage. That's why this flexitarian movement was born, no? Para hindi mabigla, diba? Parang sa araw ayoko na kumain ng karne, okay na kasi na-try mo na alam mo 'yon. So pwede mo nang kainin puro gulay na lang, no? So it's a good way to transition. That's why we're harping on this flexitarian way of dining, of cuisine, para eventually people will really appreciate the nutritional content ng gulay, diba, in a different form, diba? So very important, that we emphasize plant-based pero slowly, huwag natin biglain, di ba? So yan.
Right. Teka, may nag-phone in. Pwede ba natin sagutin to? Kung isa lang naman di ba? So with high price of vegetables in the Philippines, how can we chef come up with a meal that is healthy and affordable to the market and customers, di ba? Thank you from from Canada. Oh, wow, thank you so much.
Wow.
So, siguro, Chef Pipo, baka pwede kita tanungin muna dyan. Diba?
Yeah, so I saw this phone-in question. No? So basically, guys, there are a lot of vegetables. Marami namang varieties. And yes, it's true that some are very expensive, but also it's also true that yung iba naman is napakamura ng kilo. Lalo na if it's in season, no? May mga panahon tayo na mas mura yung mga kangkong, and eventually yung mga underrated na vegetables na tinatawag na kailangan bigyan din natin ng pansin, no? Yung humble squash mo, yung mga carrots, ang daming organic na yun dyan, ang daming ang daming mga straight from Tagaytay, from Baguio, yung mga sayote, no? So we just have to be more innovative, ika nga ni Chef Kel, just like sa mga restaurants niya. It's a matter of how you present the dish, kahit na mushroom lang siya, okay, whether it's fresh or canned, you know, if you cook it right, if you cook it nice, you know, it will come up good naman. So it's a matter of mix, you know, mixing ingredients also. Ano ba yung bagay? Halimbawa, if mahal ang cauliflower, what can we put, you know, another vegetables na mas mura, so at least mababalance out sa costing. And of course, a portioning din. Okay, it's all about extending it and using most, you know, kung anong available natin na vegetables.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right,
Okay.
right. Tama.
Yeah. Sorry, can I quickly add on to that
Yes,
lang,
Chef
para
Kel,
lang
go.
ma-appreciate them. Okay, I think also okay, first of all, Whole Foods definitely cheaper and readily available ang Whole Foods, diba? Andyan yung gulay. Definitely you can create a lot of dishes. But what's interesting also, yun nga, we have new products in the market that actually, you know, plant-based, no, in that case, no, hindi siya Whole Foods, no. Now, when you compare kasi yung mga Whole Foods, definitely it's far cheaper. Produce is there depending on the season. Mas mura pag ang season. Yung plant-based at the moment, they're kind of expensive, no. They command the premium at the moment, okay, at the moment, because for everyone's appreciation lang, you know, kasi minsan pupunta ka sa supermarket, makikita mo, may mga plant-based ingredients doon. Ang mahal, di ba? Kumpara mo, mas mahal pa sa baka to, alam mo yun, or mas mahal pa sa gulay to, ba't ako magaganyan? Again, going back to the flexitarian diet, you know, slowly we're transitioning. And some people, they cannot really just eat gulay. Hindi lang yung diet nila strictly. Hindi nila kakayanin yon. But for us to basically transition to a different diet, a full vegetable diet, we have to learn how to parang eat, diba, a different, parang ibang texture, mukhang karne, pero gulay talaga yan, you know. So that's how we train ourselves, no. Kasi in the end, industrial animal agriculture, you know, has been operating in the global scene for decades. Ang tagal na yan. So may structure na yan. So in reality, diba, it's more efficient actually to make, you know, parang vegetable or meat directly from gulay. Ang dali, di ba? Parang papalit kasi tofu, direkta, whole food.
Yes.
Gawin mo siyang tofu steak, ang dali. Very very efficient to make. But in the end, yung tinatanim natin, for example, pinapakain yan sa mga you know, crops na tinatanim, pinapakain sa animals yan. No, for example, soybean, no? And most of the plant-based diets are basically made of soy. Most of them are soy or pea, some of them mushrooms. So instead of, you know, feeding it directly to the animals, kainin na lang natin diretso. Kung mas efficient yun, mas mura lalabas, no? So eventually it's bound to happen that the plant-based industry will eventually be more competitive with the conventional meat. You know, law of supply and demand yan. You know, there's you know, the market is basically operating in a free trade. No, so they control the ano kung magkano nila gusto ibenta, kaya mahal eh. Pero may mga factors kasi that kaya mahal yan. One, for example, they have to invest in the technology, you know, for it to be parang processed into, you know, how it looks now, you know, yung mga chicken chunks, patties, di ba? Second, yung R&D niyan, hindi man ano yan, malaking pera yung research and development. They have to invest in that, you know. Set up yung facilities, storage, and create that infrastructure the same way, you know, that we have for meat production. You know, it's to run the entire operation that costs a lot of money. So at the moment, they're just harping on that, you know, people would buy and eventually everything will go down, you know, in prices, no? So, but at the moment, they cannot just lower the price. Why? Because if they lower the price, they don't have the revenue. The revenue, the profit will be lower. So eventually, it will hurt their ability to scale up the operation. So sila kukuha ng pera, di ba? Hanggang dyan na lang yan. So that's why medyo expensive pa at the moment, no? Same way when beef started, mahal ang beef. Ngayon, dati, di ba, ang karne, napakamahal. Ngayon, ang mura na lang ng mga karne ngayon, US. Di ba, we can actually afford it. Before, libo-libo yung presyo, no? So, again, supply and demand, very important. First world countries, the demand is there. Okay, andyan ang demand, pero it's still small. You know, they are willing to pay a premium. The vegan market continues to grow, okay, but again, it remains small. So the brands, big brands have hard, they have a hard time negotiating and sourcing out cheaper produce to produce the products. No? So, ano yan, eventually, mag-taper off yan and mumura rin lahat yan. Diba? At the moment, it's there, it's in the stores, we have to appreciate it, diba? Para eventually, diba? Mumura yan. Eventually, mawawala na yung karne. Diba? Very minimal na lang yung karne natin. Diba? With the technology, guys, eventually,
wow,
yung karne, diba? Eventually, with the technology, somehow you can eventually compare apples to an orange eventually. The taste, di ba? Ganyan yung technology. Yung future natin. Ngayon, hindi mo pwede compare apples to apples to orange. But eventually, vegetable and meat will taste the same. That's how it works. Di ba? That's how we evolve. And that's eventually, kind of interesting how it works. So that's my 2 cents in that.
Right. Thank you. Thank you, Chef Ken. Okay. So dahil ang dami nating discussion, nakakatuwa, ang dami nag-ask ng questions and greetings from all over the world. From Canada, meron, may Indonesia, Davao. Okay, ngayon tayo naman magtatanong because we still have giveaways, no? Okay, one more thing. May giveaways po tayo. Yung giveaways, of course, free. Kaya giveaway. Pero disclaimer, Manila lang po ito. Our tech specialist will communicate with you. Pero yung mechanics nito very simple lang po. I'll ask the question, you answer dun sa ating chat box. Kung sino yung mauna, yun yung mananalo. Tapos, ano yung mga prizes natin or giveaway? Sorry, giveaway natin. We have tote bag. We have the product itself. We have the recipe book. Meron din tayong apron. So, una-unahan na lang po. Okay. First question. Ayan. Dahil may bisita tayo ngayon, nandiyan si Chef Kel Zagirin. Paki-type na lang po, una-una na lang. Yung 2 brands ng restaurant ni Chef Kel. Come on. Una-una lang po. Na-discuss na namin kanina yon. Kukwento kami. Saan yung isa? Di ba? Sabi pa namin ganun. Yung 2 brands ni Chef Kel po. Chef Kel. Ayan. Alright, may nauna. Locavor and Kampay. Nauna sino nauna? Tech booth? Ay, tech booth. Tech specialist. Paki-communicate na lang. Ayan. Lumabas na po. That's Locavor and Kampay. Di ba? Locavor, BGC, di ba? Pasig, meron din yung Kampay natin in Poblacion, Makati. Tama, Chef Kel?
Yes,
may
sir.
Mga expansions ka pang gagawin.
Meron kami ngayong bagong brand na nila-launch called Takaw Studios. Nakiplug.
Yeah. Saan location yan?
So right now, Chef, it's a F&B or food-centered lifestyle brand. Ang ginagawa namin are apparels na fitted para sa mga chefs natin, sa mga servers, sa mga bartenders, mixologists, na ginagawa natin sa forms, mga ganyan.
Okay, para siyempre, no?
Maganda yan,
Maganda
yan, Chef Kel.
Kasi like ang tingin lang namin para if the team dresses well, they'll be more confident, and then yung outcome, yung results and yung products nila mas maganda. So, ganoon siya.
Nice. All right. So, diba, we're excited, ha? Kung kailan man-launch niyan, ha? Siyempre, kukuha tayo niyan. Okay. Next. Diba? May isa pa tayong question.
Ba kami?
Meron
yan.
Friendly sa mga size natin yan. Tayo na lang, Chef Brandon nila sa people.
Okay. May isa pa tayong question and answer for our giveaway. Okay. So anyway, may nanalo na kanina sa Kampay and Locavor. May nanalo na po. So kino-communicate na ni tech specialist natin. Second question. Okay, for our prize, no? Pwede kayong manalo once again. Isa lang po, either recipe, apron, tote bag, or the product. Hindi po lahat 4. Isa lang. Okay? Una-una lang po dun sa ating chat box. Okay? Ano pong ibig sabihin? Ating question, what is the meaning of flexitarian? Paki-describe na lang po sa chat box natin. What is a flexitarian? Yan. Una-una na lang po. Na-discuss kanina nila Chef Kel yan. Chef Ken. Ayan, okay. May nanalo na ba? Tech specialist, paki-check na lang. Ayan, may sumasagot na po. Can eat meat both. Ayan. Balanced diet between consumed vegetables and meat products. Pwede. So sige, so si tech specialist na po ang magko-communicate sa inyo. I think may nanalo na. Tama ba? Tech specialist. Okay, siya na po magko-communicate sa inyo for the giveaway. Kasi papadala po nila. Sorry, disclaimer, Manila lang po tayo. Manila area lang. Kasi ipapa-courier lang natin.
Baka umasa yung tiga Canada sa Indonesia.
Oo nga. Tsaka Davao, Indonesia. Hindi po aabot. Sorry. Okay. Anyway, moving forward.
May
Yes,
magandang question dito. May magandang question na phone in.
Yes,
ito,
please. Go ahead.
you consider the variety of each veggie? Okay, do you consider the variety of each veggie or produce when trying to cook or create a recipe? Some veggies with different varieties have different flavor profiles. Asking for some insights about this. I think Kel can answer this one. So, yun, gusto niya malaman kung, when you create a recipe, how do we consider the variety of each veggie when you're making your menu?
Oh. So, yeah.
Well,
You
chef,
consider variety.
yes, very important. Very important siya.
So parang
Hello?
ano yan, ano? Yan. Sige, Chef Kel, go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, Chef Kel.
Yeah.
Sige,
Yes,
go ahead.
variety is very important. Yun nga, sabi ni Chef Pipo kanina, seasonality plays a very important part also. Also, I would like to treat your vegetables as you treat your meat. No, yung sinasabi ni Chef Brando kanina na you should have to respect the ingredients. Kumbaga, pag nag-steak ka, di ba, may timing yung searing mo on both sides or grilling mo on both sides. Pwede mo rin gawin yun sa vegetables actually. The way you marinate it, the way you cook it, that's how you respect the ingredient talaga. And then, variety plays a big part. Syempre yung taste nila. If you have something bitter, you have to counteract it with certain taste, with sweetness, with tayo Pinoy, may tayo sa sweet, sour, and salty. So doon din lumalabas yun. Actually, it's just, it shouldn't be complicated because it's food. It should be very simple. It should come out of love, diba? So, just respect the ingredient. You can use maganda dyan to experiment on a lot of things. Lahat yan matutunan nyo if you try to handle things differently. Make yung curiosity nyo in terms of other ingredients, gawin nyo rin sa plant-based diet and the vegetables. I think you'll learn so much from it.
Yeah, galing. Ikaw, ano ba favorite mong Anong favorite mong gulay pag nagluluto ka?
Ako, chef, gabi and French beans. Yan ang mga paborito ko.
Signature ni Chef Kel yan, yung French beans, saka cherry tomato.
Yung mga konti-konti.
Tama.
Actually, sorry pa, may isa pang question dito naman. Kaya galing to kay James Gabriel Teng, no? Ito kay Chef Ken also. As to what plant-based dishes is most popular based on his experience in most sought after here in Manila? Is it perhaps any cauliflower dish or a mushroom plate? Yan, ano bang may idea ka ba? Ano bang Kel? Ano bang nakikita mong mga sikat na na mga popular dishes dito sa Manila in your restaurant?
I've been seeing a lot of applications with cauliflower. Yan yung mga nakikita nating niro-roast ng whole, cauli rice, cauliflower steak, cauliflower roast na kino-coat nila ng sauce tapos binibake sa oven. Very meaty kasi yung texture niya. Marami rin ako nakikitang pumpkin. Yung pumpkin, ginagawang puree, tapos nilalagyan ng black Himalayan salt para maglasang egg. So, yun yung mga magagandang texture niya, parang hard-boiled egg yolk. So, yun yung mga nakikita nating mga vegetables na ginagamit ngayon. And gagamitin natin sa bago nating podcast.
Diba? Excited na tayo. Pero wala pa no? Antayin natin yan, ha?
Soon. Matinding R&D. And especially with your help sa vegan, the vegetarian butcher, laking-laking bagay talaga.
Actually, maganda yung question kanina kasi ito yung next question naman ngayon, di ba? Ibabangga na natin to. How do you inspire chefs to create healthier guilt-free dishes, no? Kumbaga, yung question parang, what's the next step? Nakita na natin yung market na emerging towards healthier, sustainable, plant-based dishes. So ano yung next step? What do we do? Yan.
Ano ba yan?
Sige.
Okay.
Chef Pipo, go.
Okay. Sige, ganito, no? So, how to inspire chefs, no, to create healthier, guilt-free dishes, no, for their customers. So basically, in this case, no, dapat may pinanggagalingan yung inspiration natin, guys. O inspiration yun. No? For you to inspire, dapat first, you have to believe on that idea. So aligning with Chef Kel, Chef Kenneth, Chef Brando, Chef Paolo regarding planet, sustainability, nutrition and health, this should be the core ng inspiration natin. Diba? We are creating plant-based dishes not because uso siya or trendy siya or because everyone is just doing it, you know, but rather you have that objective and goal to contribute para to have that planet sustainability and at the same time to promote good health and nutrition, which are all good for the majority of the consumers. So yun naman yung laging end in mind, di ba?
Oh. Okay. So, sige. Chef Kel or Chef Ken, baka may gusto yung i-add?
Yeah, ako quick lang. Actually, we have to siguro ito yung transition to our products, no? Kasi nga, you need inspiration, di ba? And our products, okay, can inspire you, create, you know, a lot of dishes, no, from it.
Endless possibility.
Endless possibilities using plants as your base, no? So, siguro with that, baka we could start parang let's talk about our products para they can be inspired, no, na kung anong paggagamitan nila ng mga produkto natin. Okay? Sige. Tips, ano ba? Pwede natin yun? Pwede natin i-break down na? Pao? The products? Yeah. Can we introduce those?
Sorry, may before that, I think may i-add yata si Chef Kel. Chef Kel?
Yeah, okay. May i-add yata si Chef Kel.
Okay, go ahead, Lipton.
Hindi, go. Sige. Para tapos kay Chef Pipo naman. Go ahead. Please, Chef Miguel.
Well, our inspiration started from, we're not forcing anyone to change in a snap. We understand that it's hard. Like, tayong mga kusinero, alam natin, yun yung mga masarap lutuin, karne, mga ganyang bagay, seafood, and we have to accept the fact that no one's gonna change in a snap. So, yes, let's slowly introduce these diets, these ingredients to them, and make them see that there's value in it. So, ganun namin kasi sinard din yung concept of what we're trying to do now, and I'm pretty sure that the suppliers also.
Yeah. So you test, you try, of course. Hindi naman kagad overnight. Yun na yun di ba? Chef Pipo, I think may babangga mo yan, ano?
Yeah. Again, no, sabi nga ni Chef Kenneth, no, we have this beautiful and very important na 3 products, no? 3 products lang, and then you can do endless of possibilities, no? First, mamaya makikita niyo gagawin ni Chef Brando, no? We have this TVB, vegetarian butcher, no chicken chunks, no mince, and yung no chicken burger patty natin. So ito yung mga 3 products that we have. So as you can see, no, meat the new meat. Okay? Now, may phone-in question dito, no, may nakalagay dito, no. How is this healthy? May additives ba tayong preservatives, no? Okay, to be transparent about it, wala po itong preservatives, guys, no? Lahat po ito is all natural ingredients, no? Everything is not, tapos may pre-cooked din siya, and vegetarian and vegan friendly po.
Yeah, and it's non-GMO, peeps, huh? It's
non-GMO. It's not genetic modified. Yep, it's non-GMO. That's also very important.
Actually, just for everyone's appreciation also, what GMO really is genetically modified.
Modified.
So, for example, the soybeans, they basically genetically modify it para for ano yan para mas malaki yung yield ng crops, di ba? Hindi sila, with disease, with pests, hindi sila basta-basta namamatay yung crops, no? So you have better yield. So normally the genetically modified beans are actually fed to cattle. No? This is what they use for meat production, no? For cattle raising. But when it comes to human consumption, it's a must that dapat non-GMO yan. Okay, so
Yes.
nothing, it's the real thing. Okay, so for everyone's appreciation lang, no? So itong product is basically processed in this state. Okay, it's basically kamukha siya ng karne, di ba? Ginawa siyang, it's the extrusion process that's very important with how they produce our product, no? So it still has that nice juicy texture, similar to meat, no? It's the extrusion process talaga that they incorporate in process of actually making it look and feel like meat, no? So you have ground, you have patties, you have different different forms, no? So yun, yeah, exciting yan. Now, going back lang to the question, because it's processed, how can it be? Is this healthy? Well, we have to define what healthy is. In the end, we are using plants in replacement for meat. So that alone becomes more healthy because you have less of the trans fat or fat that you find in meat. No, so it's very lean at the same time, full of flavor. Now, processed using salt normally. Pagka may mga form, may mga yung ginagawang mga yung patties or mince, they use a lot of salt. In our products, we don't use that much salt. It's basically controlled. No? It's really, I think, that the process of extrusion, that's what makes it special. No, you don't need to have too much additives to create a product like this. Okay, so yon, is it healthy? Yes, it's healthy. Okay, again, because we are eating plants, no, not meat. All right, so yon.
I think yung question nasagot na yata nila Chef Ken, sorry na hindi sila kasi phone-in question. I think nasagot na nila Chef Kel, nila Chef Ken, and Chef Pipo. Now, syempre to manage on time kasi we still have a cooking demonstration. Ayan, by Chef Brando. Oo. Sorry, at least na-share na nila Chef Pipo, di ba, earlier yung mga tungkol sa the vegetarian butcher. And of course, we'd like to answer your questions here. Sasagutin na lang po namin in a while, no? Pero magpo-proceed muna tayo sa quick cooking demonstration ni Chef Brando Santos on how to use or cook or apply the vegetarian butcher. Siyempre, ako curious na iba do we demo this or do we know how to diba? Execute o paano ba to? Okay, so ito na po. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome again si Chef Brando Santos for a quick cooking demo. Go ahead, Chef Brando.
So really quick, so I'm going to do a Korean style burger using our no chicken burger, the vegetarian butcher. So I will be doing the glaze first. So Korean style, so mga Koreano ngayon. So the glaze, I'm going to start off with one of our products called the Knorr rock sugar honey sauce. Readily available in Lazada, Shopee. You can go to our website online. Available siya. Knorr rock sugar honey sauce, one of my favorite glaze products. Knorr. Form it, and then what do I add to make it Korean in taste? I'll be adding some gochujang. Okay. Korean gochujang. So like so, really very easy to do. To taste, meaning depends on how spicy you want it, how potent the gochujang is. The Knorr rock sugar honey sauce will play a really good partner with this because the honey, the sweetness balances off the very flavorful gochujang and a bit of sesame oil. Okay? Just a tad. No? You don't want to overpower, you just want an aroma. So 3 ingredients: Knorr rock sugar honey sauce, gochujang, sesame oil, and that's going to be the glaze. Okay, and then this glaze also is good for chicken wings, good for lihaw na liempo if you want Korean tasting liempo, and that's it. Easy, right? So I'll set it aside. I will show you our burger. So we have here this one, no chicken burger. So it's in patty form. It's around 90 grams per piece, 100 grams per piece. So what I'm going to do, this is already pre-cooked. Seasoned.
Chef, question. Chef Brando.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ano bang, saan ba galing tong no chicken burger natin? Anong origin niya? Ano ba siya?
Okay, so I think the base product is soy, and there's some beans, okay, textured vegetable protein, and some seasoning, some spices. So this one, when you taste it, it's very European in taste, similar to like a veal sausage, but very delicious actually. And the texture itself, once you bite into it and you glaze it, it's like eating a chicken burger, right? So this one, what I'm going to do here, this one is the base form, which means straight from the box, from the bag, you can lightly season it if you want. But what we do is just we just pan-sear this, or sometimes straight to the grill. You know, traditional grill marks gives a nice charred, smoky taste. We also played with it. You know, ready to a burger steak, we ready to a hot curry. You know, and also again a lot of recipes are in the website. So good.
Nice. So,
and what we're going to do is
flexible pala yan, ano?
very flexible. Yeah. And since it's very Asian, I want to batter this, dip it in batters. I just want to show a combination of cornstarch, all-purpose flour, a bit of baking powder, and that yellow product there is our Knorr aromat seasoning powder, one of our vegetarian seasonings that you can use. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'll just create a quick batter. Okay, just by adding water. Okay, just by adding water. And just like a pancake batter, very loose. I'm preheating my pan here to the side. That's my pan frying oil. Okay. A little more. I'm not going to season this because again, this has been seasoned, and I want also my batter to be seasoned with aromat. So yan na yun. Very easy, right? So, and then you just dip this, okay? Minsan ginagawa pa nga natin minsan chicken fingers to. No? We cut it into like strips, and then we dip it in batter or we bread it, and then just fry it. So very versatile siya. So just keep it here for a bit. Set this aside. Let me check my oil. Going back to the glaze. As I said, this is Knorr rock sugar honey sauce. This has gochujang and a bit of sesame oil. I would like to add our Knorr liquid seasoning. Knorr liquid seasoning is also one of our products that you can use for vegetarian cooking. Okay? Just a tad, you know, just to give that nice caramel toasty taste. Sarap neto. Let me check my pan. So I think I'll transfer it to this one so you can see. Kita ba? The angle. Turn the flame on. Heat this up. And then I'm going to serve this with just basic slaw. And I have kimchi mayonnaise, brioche, and French fries. Let's test it. Okay. I'll get some of that light batter. The baking powder will just make sure it will pop, no, very light. Just wait for this to float or turn brown. Again, also I'll be serving this with our kimchi mayonnaise. I made Lady's Choice real mayonnaise, some chopped kimchi, and then kimchi juice, a bit of Knorr liquid seasoning as well. Okay, so yan po yan. If you wanna get the recipe, let us know. We will, send it to you, or we'll even plug it in our website. Okay, and then I also made some vegetable slaw. Okay, so this is just like onions, cabbage, carrots, and a bit of cider vinegar, and I seasoned this with aromat again.
Chef,
That's what
Chef Brando. So, question. Kasi syempre, as chefs, as operators, or cooks, kung sino may gustong magluto or i-try ito as their parang recipe na ibibenta, ano, Yung mga products ba na to, for example, the vegetarian butcher, I mean, as easy yan lang ba yung application as the name says, no chicken burger lang ba talaga yan? Or can we recreate another item for that?
All right. Thank you for the question, Chef Pao. So here in the UFS kitchen, we've been playing around with this. This one, we were able to manipulate it in such a way that it can form into a filling ng lumpia, parang lumpiang Shanghai. If you want a vegetarian lumpiang Shanghai, this is very flexible. And you have that recipe in the website. What else did you do? Again, as I've said, we cut it into strips and then turned it into like a chicken finger. Then included it in a wrap na para siyang burrito. And then, pwede mo siya talagang i-maximize. Hindi lang siya patty na ganito bilog. But sometimes we add a bit of water and then you can reform it in such a way that it can be a filling like a farce or sausage. So yun. And just play around with the ingredient, with the seasoning, right? I think it's good. I will just quickly drop this. What I'm going to do is just lightly bread this, coat it with the batter. Since the this patty is already cooked, no? Kaya mabilis talaga siya. So,
Tapos Chef Brando, yung products ng the vegetarian butcher, this is half cook or half par cook already, so cooking time is lesser. Paano ba to?
Yes. So this is firm, cooked already. So as with any product of vegetarian butcher, it's pre-cooked. That's why in terms of simmering, if you want to use the chicken chunks, so bilis na siya. The meats itself, yung parang giniling version namin ng vegetarian butcher, it's also cooked, kaya mabilis na lang siya lutuin. So mabilis na. If you want to do a la carte, pwede siya freshly cooked. Okay, so this is getting nice and brown. So okay,
tapos Chef Brando, sorry, question na ulit, daming question.
No worries, Chef.
For application, ito, di ba, syempre frozen, tama, frozen.
Yes,
so,
frozen.
For cooking, straight from freezer, you cook it or you thaw it? Paano bang process?
Well, ideally, you thaw it, okay, so that somehow the warmth or yung warmth ng pagluto pag-penetrate siya. With the patty, again, from the freezer to the fryer or to the grill, pwede siya diretso. Yung chicken chunks, ganun din. And even yung mince, we've tried frozen state and then isosotay mo lang siya like a stir-fried giniling, pwede siya. But ideally, yes, it should be thawed para mas efficient in cooking techniques natin. Right?
Nice.
So, yeah. Getting there, let me check. Gusto ko na talaga mag-brown. And then we will glaze this. Very light lang yung coating. I just want the texture, not too heavy. We've tried breading this, meaning flour, eggs, and breadcrumbs. Na para siyang katsu curry. Sarap siya with a Japanese curry sauce and pickled vegetables. Right. So, yan yan. Mainit yung loob na. So, nice golden brown. What I'm going to do now is simply dunk it here sa ginawa kong glaze. Okay. Before that, I will put this here on the side. This is hot. I'll put it here. So mag-assemble na tayo. So, hope you can see. Very light lang siya.
So,
for texture and what the color.
Burger.
Glaze. Assemble na tayo para meron na kami merienda ni Chef Pipo.
Oo. Diyan sa kabilang nasa kabilang studio
Lamang. Nandito. Kasama ko si Chef dito. Si Chef Paolo nasa kabilang room.
Yeah,
sa kabilang studio. Ang next project natin, tatambay tayo kay Chef Kel,
Yan.
Sa Kampay na nami-miss na natin yan
So, yung kimchi mayo natin, again, Ladies Choice Wheel mayonnaise, chopped kimchi, ready-made kimchi, kimchi juice, yung liquid niya, and yung konting liquid seasoning, Knorr liquid seasoning. Nilalagyan ko lang siya ng liner for, for extra moisture. Okay.
Chef Brando, question lang.
Yes.
For the cooking
Question.
method, pwede bang, different kinds or types of cooking methods? Like deep fry tayo or pan fry. Pwede bang ibang classic cooking method for the product?
You can cut it or chop it or slice it, and then pwede mo siya pang stir fry. Again, maganda nga siya, feeling. Marami. And then again, you check out the recipes, and daming options doon and choices. So this is the slaw that I've made. Sabi nga natin, di ba, since vegetarian, you want to boost nutritional value by adding more vegetables to your dish. So this is what I'm going to do. This is really simple stuff. And then this one, our vegetarian butcher, no chicken. And then, syempre, the asterisk stand, apart from the patty, I want to glaze this. Okay? And before I do that, I will already set up my plate. Okay? Again, this additional kimchi mayo, because I'm going to serve this with some French fries or kamote fries if you like. Lagay nyo lang dyan. Excited na yung kakain.
Yan. Tapos for the boxes, no, Chef Pipo. Chef Pipo, baka pwede mo sagutin to. Do they come in smaller boxes, itong products natin, TVB? Wala, Chef Pipo. Sige, sagutin ko na lang. Or Chef Ken. Chef Ken.
Sorry. I'm trying to figure out my camera. Sorry.
Yung pack size natin, 2 kilos, ito lang ba yun o may smaller size? Si Chef Ken na, Chef Ken.
Yeah, at the moment we have the 2 kilo packaging, di ba, for the products, no? So isang box talaga yan at the moment. Because nga, food service tayo, so it's more cheaper to buy it in bulk, no, rather than buy it individually. That's why it's all in that pack sizes, no?
Yeah. For the patties, I think, Chef Ken, it's about 30 pieces, if I'm not mistaken.
30 pieces.
30 pieces is a box. 80 grams each patty for that one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ayan. Chef Brando.
Yan, very nice. So, teka, ipapakita natin yun.
Parang papakita.
Parang palibasa lalaki lang.
May kamay sa harapan.
Yan.
Diba? Nice.
So,
again, guys, it's that's plant-based. The ingredients actually of our is soy, no? It's soy. Okay, so yan yung natin produkto.
Try this,
yes.
No? Very delicious. Once you bite into this, the balance of the gochujang glaze, the fries, and the kimchi mayo plus the vegetarian no chicken burger really goes well. No? Pag kinagat nyo, parang ano siya? Chicken burger talaga, but healthier. All right.
Chef
so,
Brando,
may
question yata. So, question from Vivian. Shout out to you, Miss Vivian. So, you have to thaw and consume it at one time, sorry. Except for the patties. Tama ba?
Thaw it, but make sure you keep it in the chiller at least for 2 days. You can hold in the chiller. And then you will have to serve it at once. No? If it's food service, ideally, ganun naman. You bring it from the freezer, you thaw it, and then within 2 days, you want to consume it. As long as your chiller is well calibrated, hindi naka-fluctuate. It's you don't break the cold chain. Para mas madali siya do. Any question?
Thank you.
How can we get how can our audience get our products?
Yeah, later on i-share din natin. Actually, for our audience, you can check out our website, ufs.com. You can check out the recipes there, free recipes, kompleto po yun. You can click out the product, as may free samples, you can register there, papadala namin kayo. Recipes again, nandun din po. Yung mga ginawa natin na recipes, andyan, kompleto yan. And again, punta nyo lang po yung ufs.com, nandun lahat. Right. As for the products, andun din po, you can order directly through our website. Yes. So, okay. So, Chef Brando, kamusta? Tapos na ba?
Yeah, mamaya kainin namin ito. Walang nanonood. healthy merienda.
Tapos, pinadala natin si Kel. Pinadala natin ang burger.
Sarap,
Nakaluto
grabe.
na tayo ito ng 10, di ba?
Papadala natin soon.
Oh. Anyway, going back to, thank you so much, Chef Brando.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Yan. To manage lang on time, we'll get back to Chef Kel. Chef Kel. Okay, there, yan. Sarina, pakipin na lang kay Chef Kel. Chef Kel, ayan. Once again, maraming salamat sa pag-attend, and siyempre baka may gusto kang i-share or i-plug sa ating mga audience na visit your concept restaurants now. Gusto ba i-share? Please go ahead.
So thank you so much, guys, for inviting me, chefs, Chef Ken, Chef Pao, Chef Pipo, Chef Brando, and the whole Unilever team. Thank you so much for inviting me over. It's always marami ako natutunan talaga lagi pag kasama ko kayo. So to everyone here in the webinar, thank you for supporting us. I think patapos na yung hirap natin with the COVID situation. And let's start to support our local restaurants. Sama mo na yung local version, Kampay.
Yes, please.
And we recently launched our new lifestyle brand called Taco Studios. So you can find our products in Instagram and Facebook called Taco Studios, or we have a website, www.tacostudios.com, and we can ship anywhere in the world. So Philippines, USA, Canada, Malaysia, Singapore, anywhere. Meron po tayo niyan.
Nice.
So yeah, thank you so much.
Oh. Galing. Actually, may ano yata eh. Sarina, may deck yata to na papakita natin para makita nila yung Taco Studios. Ayan, sige, paki-share naman, Sarina. Yan. Again, from Chef Mikel, from Locavor and Kampay. Ayan po yung, paki-follow na lang po, no? Kel Zagire sa Instagram niya and yung Facebook. Or may iba pang Instagram, Chef Kel. Yan na yun.
Isa lang. Yes.
Yan na. I mean the brands. Locavor, Kampay.
Locavor, Kampay, Bad
So,
Boy,
yung name lang.
Robinson's Magnolia, what else? Ovo. Yeah,
Ovo.
Poblacion. And yeah, that's it.
Right. Thank you. And of course, yung iba nating chefs, pakita na natin Sarina. Siyempre, kung may questions kayo or gusto nyo sa Instagram, no problem. Once again, our executive chef, si Chef Ken Cacho. Again, yung Instagram niya, pakifollow lang, Ken Cacho31. And yung Facebook, ayan po yung kanyang name. Teka, okay. Chef Ken, baka you have a few words. No?
Yeah, thank you again for joining us. 1.5 hours is not enough. I wish we had more time. Sarap ng kwentuhan. But definitely expect that we'll be doing this every month. Para you'd learn more about the plant-based diet and our products. We have so much ideas and recipes that we could share with you. So just follow us. Keep on following us. Para yung mga bagong ideas, you could right away try doing it at home. Again, maraming salamat for taking the time. Thank you.
And of course, syempre yung next chef natin, si Chef Brando, nag-demo kanina. Chef Brando, any last words na pwede natin i-share sa kanila?
And again, thank you very much for being with us this afternoon, and we appreciate you being here, not taking the time to join us. And hopefully this quick 1.5 hours was enriching to you, especially sa plant-based. Everyone's learning, everyone's getting the hang of it, and eventually it will become popular. And yun lang, just want to leave you with something that if you're a restaurant operator, do consider our products. The vegetarian butcher is now available. It's sustainable. And we're here in Unilever Food Solutions, are here to collaborate and cooperate and even inspire you to do this. Okay? So, again, thank you and magandang hapon.
So once again, follow Chef Brando, Chef J. Brando Santos in his Instagram, and syempre yung kanyang Facebook, jb.santos3950. And syempre, sino pa ba? Chef Pipo? Yan,
again,
Chef Pipo.
Nakakatawa lang yung GIF ko kasi.
Galing yung GIF.
Nakakatawa lang. But again, thank you to our tech specialist, Ms. Sarina, for doing this creative GIF of ours. But again, maraming salamat po, no, to everyone who attended, sa mga questions nyo, who made this webinar more interesting, and of course to Chef Kel for being our special guest, and to all the chefs. No? Again, no, plant-based is here. Plant-based is here to stay. So let's keep on cooking. Let's do this. No, let's be healthy and let's be sustainable. Okay, back to you, Chef Paolo.
Sabi ni Tech booth natin, ni Tech Specialist, meron pa raw tayong giveaway. So paunahan ulit sa ating chat box. Anong prizes or giveaway na pwedeng mapanalunan? Pwedeng product, tote bag, apron, or recipe book. Okay, ano po yung latest brand natin ng plant-based? Paki-type na lang po dyan. Latest brand, plant-based. Yes. Brand po, brand. Yan. The brand. Yung kanina natin sinasabi. Yes, nanalo ka, Mr. Dwight. Ayan, ha? The vegetarian butcher. Okay, spelling.
Kamali na. Typo.
Yung spelling, ha? Okay, may nanalo na. Next question. Ito na yung pangalawa. Okay, may nanalo si Mr. Dwight. Okay, yung second natin. Ano po yung 3 products? Yung 3 products na mismo. Okay, yan na. Nanalo ka.
Ang bilis ni Ma'am Hazel.
Hazel. All right. So once again, thank you so much. Okay, I'm Chef Paulo Sia, one of the senior sous chefs here. Follow me everything in between foods, my Instagram and my Facebook, paulo.chefs. Siyempre, konting summary lang, pakita natin Sarina. Yan. Moving forward. So once again, please visit ufs.com. Nandun po lahat our brands. Okay, tumalon tayo, no? Anyway, so once again, as chefs, we can play around the following plant-based triggers: planet, sustainability, diniscuss natin earlier. So again, tulad ng sinasabi ni Chef Ken, i-evolve na lahat. Eventually, yung bacon pwede na maging vegetarian, di ba? Nutrition and health. Siyempre, doing this, okay, vegan, vegetarian, flexitarian diets, less calories, no preservatives, better for health, of course, and natural taste. May naturalness in yung taste natin. Do not compromise on the taste of meat. So, pwede natin, again, using technology, pwede natin ma-apply ito sa ating mga dishes. And you know what? In the future, tulad ng sinasabi nila Chef Kel, nila Chef Ken, magugulat na lang tayo na left and right may mga plant-based na binebenta na anywhere, di ba? Nakakatuwa yun. So once again, please visit our website, ufs.com. Nandun po lahat. You can register, okay, for free sample ng ating The Vegetarian Butcher. Okay? May recipes tayo doon, kompleto po. And the products as well. If you're looking for other products, the Knorr liquid seasoning, Knorr aromat, nandun po lahat. The demi-glace, nandun din. Okay? Para, kasi yung iba na minsan nakakalimutan yung brands natin, nandun po lahat makikita nyo. Recipes, by the way, may nagtatanong kanina, saan makakabili ng recipe book? Lahat po ng recipes natin sa ufs.com, free. Again, free po yan. Pwede nyong kunin or visit nyo, gayahin nyo, no problem. Lahat po yan, mga base recipes, all free. So, ayan po yung ating Facebook, Unilever Food Solutions Philippines. And of course, Instagram, you can follow us, Unilever Food Solutions_PH. So once again, maraming salamat po. I'm Paulo Sia. And see you again next month. Sa March na po yan. And chefs, maraming salamat to Chef Kel.
Thank you guys.
Salamat.
Abangan nyo yung next month namin.
Happy long weekend.
Happy long weekend. Shout out
Stay
to
safe
you,
pa rin,
Sarina.
guys.
Thank you.
Stay safe.
Bye-bye.
Chef Kel, thank you.
Thank
you,
you.
everyone.
Thank you.
Shout out
Thank
kay
you,
Sarina
guys.
Morales. Nakatabi lang namin. Ano gagawin? Leave na ba? Leave.